Hey guys, it's Ocean here, and today I have a guest chef, Chad Yamamoto, the executive chef at Merrimans Waimea. So I brought Chad today because he's great at working with this Kona Kanpachi. So you want to tell us a little bit about the fish?
Yeah, sure. So Kona Kanpachi, locally and sustainably farm raised here on the Kohala coast, also Keoholi next to the Kona airport. Kona Kanpachi is also known as, the Hawaiian word as kahala. This is probably one of my most favorite fish to work with. It's very versatile. It's a fish that is lean, fatty. You also can grill it, broil it, saute it, and also roast it.
So we're gonna have many recipes to do with this fish, but first we're gonna teach you guys how to break it down so you can utilize almost every part of it. For this, you're just gonna need a few items: a chopping board, make sure it's stable so it won't slide, and a sharp knife. So why don't you tell me about the incisions and how we're gonna break this down?
Sure, we can do that. As you can see right now, Ocean has already made some incisions that went right down the backbone, right along the collar, and right along the belly section. So what this is going to do is going to help him have a guideline to help take the fillet off of the bone.
The first cut will remove the head from the body of the fish. Cut along the collars from top to bottom. Flip and repeat on the other side of the fish. Upon connecting the clean cuts, you will be able to remove the whole head from the fish. Starting with the collars, right down.
And what we're going to do is we're going to save these heads for later use.
Filleting your Kanpachi. Cut along the top loin of the fish, run the blade smooth strokes starting from the tail and working towards the head. Then, cut the underside, running the blade from the tail to the stomach cavity. So first, we're just taking the fish and cutting it right off the bone.
So what you really want to do is you really want to take your time. Try not to rush it. The most important thing is being safe and not cutting yourself. As you can see, this Hawk was really taking his time, keeping his hands nice and flat, and kind of looking where he's making his next cut.
So what we're doing right now, we're taking the fish all the way down to the bone, try and get all the meat off, and then we're gonna go right all the way down to the spine. You can probably, or you should, be able to hear it, going all the way down. Now, we're going to start at the tail end. You got to hold the tail firm, slide your blade right through all the bones, and voila. Now, we're going to do the same thing to the other side.
Oh, that came out really nice, Luke. Now go through.
And you have filleted your fish, and you can get ready.
What we're going to do is we're going to release the collars from the head. There's that soft section that you want to go right on the inside of the head itself, as you can see. So you want to find where that spine meets the head and go right behind it where you can feel the meat, and make one cut and you'll feel one of the bones snap. What we're going to do is we're going to clean up the belly section and from the fillet. What you can see, there's rib cages right there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 bones that run through. What you want to do is make a small incision, run your knife through the bones. You'll hear that little clicking. Slowly take your time. And now what we're going to do is, you see the little center where the bones run through. Make one incision. And that's your spine bone right there. Well, on the belly section, since we're going to make the crudo, we're going to take the skin off. And what you want to do with when taking the skin off is always starting from the tail end. What I do is wrap your hand around the skin, not move your knife, and kind of wiggle it and let the skin do the work for you. We broke down the fish. As you can see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different sections. What we wanted to do was really utilize every part of the fish and showcase every different parts, what it can be utilized for. So this section right here, we call this the top section, or the top loin that ran across here. This would be great for grilling and searing as well. This bottom section here, we took the skin off, and we're going to use this for a crudo. Crudo also means raw in Italian. Very fatty, so works perfectly when it's raw. The bones itself is, we're going to make a stock, but before we make that stock, as you can see, there's still some meat that's left on it. You actually can take a little bit of a spoon and we can scrape this meat off. A bit of green onions, soy sauce, some salt, or even some sriracha or Hawaiian chili to it, and make like a little paste for sushi as well. This section right here is also known as the collar, which is connected to the head earlier. We took this part off and we can put this on the grill with a little bit of salt and pepper as well. The head, as we spoke earlier, is a lot of meat that goes on between the eyes and also in the cheek, and later on we can split that and also put on the grill.
With any produce, whether harvested from the land or sea, it is important to have a respect and a connection with the produce. We utilize all the parts of the Kanpachi because truly none of it deserves to go to waste. And maybe this will be your first time filleting a fish. There's no greater way to be connected to your food than to experience this process. As Chef Chad says, no one's first time filleting a fish will be perfect. It takes practice. But we promise that this will make you feel more accomplished, and sitting down to enjoy your meal will make you feel all the more appreciative. Check out our cooking tutorials to turn your Kanpachi into delicious dishes. So, until next time guys, bye!